Hey guys, it's Doug here, in Massachusetts, and again, this is for Twitter Module 9, and again, looking at political groups. The community is political people in Massachusetts, especially Republicans, but really Republicans as well as Democrats, and Twitter this week. So the Twitter feed is MA Political Blog. Surprising that was not taken, as well as the WordPress is MA Political Blog. Huge originality on that one because they're both the same, and that's the WordPress site is mapoliticalblog.wordpress.com. So again, the goal of this is my strategy is has to do with talking, supporting, and embracing. So get key ideas, and then also follow key nodes and people, and research those ideas more than other people might have, and and then try and get people involved and people actually looking into those ideas a little bit more. So again, it's to mission statement is to identify key sources, spur conversation, and really get people talking about these sorts of things. So looking at Twitter versus blogs, obviously Twitter is an easier, quicker hit. You get more awareness quicker. It's hard to get a blog up and running. In the short term. Over the long term, you can build sort of like more awareness. But Twitter is good for getting people involved and aware. Shorter stabs at it, and obviously you have to like have the ideas a lot shorter. And again, it's more reactive in the sense that you can react quicker to what's going on. So, looking at this sort of thing, what have we been doing? In terms of trying to figure out what the heck what are these key issues to follow. And again, on Twitter, it's a lot of them are news and events, actually what's going on, and it's really not just sort of like, oh, I feel sad. It's more like, this is what's going on. So looking at a couple of the key influencers, Martha Coakley's running for governor, and for instance, for her, it's like, oh yeah, we have a house party in Taunton. Not that anyone really cares if she does, but it's up there. And remarkably similar, Karen Polito, who's also running for lieutenant governor on the other side, the Republican side, is opens a campaign office for the party. So it's just sort of like we're here, we're doing this, and but at the same time, that's not really what people want to hear about this. You really can't blog necessarily about a house party or opening a campaign office. And one of the big issues these days in the last couple of weeks is a girl called Justina Pelletier, which you guys might have heard about. She's been taken away from her family. That's a Connecticut family, and so this is not just from Facebook or Twitter, but it's also the news sources comes from newspapers and radio. And as you can see, here's a Twitter feed or Twitter post rather from somebody who's very angry about the fact that Justina's been taken away from her parents and given to Department of Children and Families here, and says, "Hey, Martha Coakley, why are you not talking about this?" Well, Martha's talking about her house party, raising money, and meanwhile, Justina Pelletier is stuck in state custody. So it's kind of interesting. So that's obviously what we wrote about for the blog this week because it's a lot more interesting than house parties. So again, how do you decide who you're going to like? Key influencers, key nodes. Basically the people who are running for governor. Charlie Baker, Martha Coakley, Karen Polito, and Elizabeth Warren obviously is the U.S. senator from here, as well as there's like political pressure groups such as Red Mask Group, Blue Mask Group, and then we can see that there's a lot of these hashtags are important. Some hashtag groups like Mass Polly and Free Justina Now, again Justina Pelletier. So there's not as many hashtag groups you would have thought for politics. There really just aren't. So go figure, which is one of the reasons I picked this. So some of the influential people, as you can see, Charlie Baker's running for governor. He has like 34,000 followers, 1,700 tweets. Yeah, he's doing okay. And but some of these pressure group people like Rob Eno, he does like the Red Mask Group, 2,700 followers, 15,000 tweets, so 10 times the tweets, and less than 1/10 of the followers. And Blue Mask Group, sort of like same thing, more followers, but there's more Democrats in Massachusetts, no surprise. But about the same number of tweets as the Red Mask Group. Red being Republican, blue being Democrat. So, and then also looking at who these people are, like in the cloud stores. Charlie Baker's doing pretty well. 34,000 followers. This is from Hootsuite, obviously, and but some other people, like a local town Republican town committee, has 500 followers. So they're doing okay, but not in the same league as Charlie Baker. And obviously not in the same league as other real world things such as, look at this, Washington Post has 2.6 million followers. So they're doing pretty well. Um, and again, looking at this is like, when you're going through, you see like some spikes in activity. For instance, Charlie Baker on the 22nd of this month was nominated for governor. He has a huge spike for the Hootsuite sort of scores. And go figure, not surprising. So, me, myself, I've been looking. Concentrating on this DCF thing, this Justina Pelletier. So here's some tweets for that. And, noting that Department of Children and Families is the people that are holding her because the judge said that she should be in the DCF custody. So just sort of pointing out a couple things like, that DCF has been under, sort of like studies by the state auditor, a couple of other groups, just to see if they're actually doing a good job. And a lot of people are saying that in this Justina case, they're not doing a good job. So this is why it should be a pretty interesting topic to tweet about and also to blog about. And again, the blog, mapoliticalblog.wordpress.com. All right, cool. Take it easy. Thanks a lot, you guys. See ya.